Traditional mental health has been wrought with a lot of pharmaceutical intervention. Hi, I'm Angela Tsounis, and I am a leader with doTERRA International, and I am the author and podcast host of Different from the Other Kids. You go through some kind of a crisis, you go into the doctors, they label you with something out of their big, huge, thick book that they have behind their desk that has a whole myriad of different maladies of the mind. And then they prescribe pharmaceutical medication. You leave the office and you work with that label and those pharmaceutical medications for the rest of your life. So once you've been diagnosed and once you're on your medication, that's supposed to be the end, according to traditional medicine. I don't believe that, not for a second. I believe that's the time that you tap back in. I believe that that's the time that you energetically start to meditate, you start to stretch, you start to take things that are bioavailable to you to help support your great mental health. This is when the work really begins. My daughter was released from the hospital, and I quickly found that there was nowhere for me to go. There was no coaching available. There was nobody for me to talk to as a parent. So I started to interview people in trying to gain some information. And in doing so, I wanted to share with the parents who I knew would have been in the same situation that I was. That's how the podcast got started, and that's how the books started to be authored. It was supposed to be a shared experience, a shared support system, and a voice for those that needed it. What we didn't realize, what I didn't understand to the extent that this was absolutely true, was that going through this process with my daughter was a life-changing experience, not just for her, but for me as well. In healing her, we healed me in so many ways. And I believe that that is the life lesson here ultimately, is if you can jump into the healing when someone is hurt, when you can jump into the boat that is sinking, the two of you might just be able to find your way out together. Instead of disassociating, we are reconnecting. We are getting to the root cause, and we are calming our brains, and we are releasing trapped energies within our bodies, and we are healing from within. To reconnect internally, reconnect spiritually, reconnect our minds to our bodies, and ultimately to the world. In order to do that, you've got to go more holistic. You've got to sit in your space, you've got to reconnect with yourself in order to move forward. And the best way to do that is through holistic modalities, through essential oils, through meditation, through stretching. And the pharmaceutical medication can stay, but other things need to be developed around it. There are two different kinds of surrender. One is to quit, leave it behind, exist. The other one is to surrender in a completely different way, which is to surrender to the flow of life, to surrender to where you are now, and to work within the confines of where you find yourself. This is the kind of surrender that I like to work within. This is the kind of surrender that can actually lead you out of the darkness. This is the kind of surrender that can lead you to greater and bigger things in life.